Hi, I'm Scott Frederick. I'm a community engineer on the Cloud Foundry team at Pivotal. Today I will be demonstrating the integration between Cloud Foundry and New Relic application monitoring for Java applications. The Java build pack for Cloud Foundry will automatically detect that a New Relic service has been bound to a Java application and set up the New Relic monitoring agent for the app. To show how this works, I will start with a simple Java and Spring web application. This application is in the Cloud Foundry samples organization in GitHub, so you can use this application to test the Cloud Foundry and New Relic integration yourself. I've already cloned the GitHub repo and built the application, so now I will push it to Cloud Foundry using the CF command line tool. I will give the application a name, start 2 instances of the app, give it a memory quota, and give it a unique URL. I will bind 2 services to the application. One is a Postgres database using a free plan, and then we'll create a New Relic monitoring service. So we can see the application being uploaded and staged and prepared for running. As part of the staging, we can see here that the build pack detected the New Relic service bound to the application and automatically downloaded the New Relic agent and configured it to run as a part of the application startup. Now we can see the application starting its 2 instances. And now the application is running and ready to take requests at its given URL. I can now go to the Cloud Foundry console, refresh the page, and see the application and services that were created. I can click on the link here to open the URL in a browser. This is a very simple application that shows a list of music albums in a database. These icons change between a grid view and a list view, and each time the view is changed it causes a full reload of the data from the back end all the way to the database, so we'll change a few times to generate some database load. Clicking on fields allows you to change the details of an album, which causes a write of that record back to the database. Even if you don't actually change the field, it causes a write, so we'll just click around and change a few things. You can also delete entire albums from the database. Now that I've generated a small amount of traffic to the app, I will go to the New Relic Dashboard. Going back to the Cloud Foundry console and clicking on the Manage button next to the New Relic service will take me directly to the New Relic Dashboard where I can see the apps deployed to Cloud Foundry. We will click on the application name here to see the metrics for the traffic that we generated. It takes several minutes from the time traffic is first generated to the running app until metrics show up in New Relic. So I'm going to fast forward a few minutes. About 1 minute later we start to see metrics appearing, and after 2 minutes most of the traffic we generated is showing up in New Relic. We will look quickly at a few of the views provided by New Relic so you can get an idea of what it can show you about your application. First is the Web Transactions view, which will show you the traffic to the endpoints in the app. You can sort the data in a few different ways. We will see which gave the slowest response time. You can see the endpoints that delete an album, fetch all albums, and update a single album, along with a few other endpoints. You can filter out the endpoints that aren't interesting from the graph view, and you can use the graph view to see the data about each endpoint through time. Next is the database view, which shows up since we have a Postgres database bound to this application. If the database is empty at startup, the app loads a set of records, so we can see a lot of inserts that happened when the app started. We can also see the selects that loaded the records into the UI. We didn't do many deletes or updates, so there wasn't much time spent on those transactions. Again, you can see the details of database transactions through time. Last, we will look at the Jvm view. Since I started 2 instances of the app, 2 JVMs show up here. I'll click on one of them and we can look at the memory information gathered in our short test. In this small app that isn't doing very much, the memory metrics are pretty flat. If you already have a New Relic account that you want to use, or you're deploying to your own Cloud Foundry instead of run.pivotal.io, you can use the User-Defined Service Instances feature of Cloud Foundry to create and bind a New Relic service to your application with a license key you provide. I'll show you how to do that next. First, I will delete the New Relic service that I created when the app was pushed so I can create it as a user-defined service instance. Then I will create a new service and choose the user-defined option. The new service should be named New Relic so the Java build pack will recognize it. When prompted for credentials, I will enter license key in camel case, then provide my own New Relic license key. If this were a valid license key, I could then bind the service to the application and get metrics flowing to my own New Relic account. Of course, you can create a user-defined service when the app is pushed also. This just scratches the surface of what's available from New Relic once your apps running on Cloud Foundry are configured by the Java build pack with the New Relic agent. You can also set up alerts and notifications for your app, and metrics are aggregated across all instances of an app as instances are scaled up and down on Cloud Foundry. The New Relic automatic configuration with the Java build pack works on all languages and frameworks supported by the build pack, including Spring, Grails, Play, and Lift frameworks. I hope you enjoy pushing your apps to Cloud Foundry and monitoring them with New Relic.